Hey everybody, what's going on? So LS Fest is in 2 days. Well, I gotta leave in 2 days, so I'm trying to get things ready, trying to button up a few things on the car, get some things done. I've had a lot of questions about certain things I do as far as maintenance. Stick with me and just listen to me, and maybe it'll help you out too. But with that, let's get started with today's video. So, I've had a lot of messages on what fluid I use, what filters, how I do my maintenance, different things like that a lot of people I've come to realize just kind of ignore. And guys, there's a way that I do things, and not everybody does things the same way. Not everybody uses the same fluids. I've used multiple fluids over the years. I've had good luck, I've had bad luck. Some possibly engine builders, some possibly myself. There's no telling, but I had a strict rule when we circle track raced. Every 3 races, it got an oil change, no matter what. It didn't matter. If we had tore up something inside the engine, it got an oil change. And after I started building my own engines and kind of following a certain regiment of certain things, I never had another engine failure at that point. So, I'm kind of sticking to the same kind of plan with the twin car. We've put a couple hard miles on the fresh-ish built engine. Fresh transmission, we've put, I don't know, maybe 5 miles on-ish, and a couple pulls. With it being fresh, it's time to go ahead and change, at least drain the pan and put new fluid in it, make sure there's no metal in it. So, and that's number 1 step that I do on a fresh built engine. Number 1, run it very lightly, be easy on it. Some people are gonna argue with me, but this is what I do, and it seems to work. Fresh built engine, fresh built transmission, fill it with some okay oil, nothing expensive, just okay oil, junk trans fluid, it doesn't matter. Run it lightly, run it a little bit harder, and then stop. Drain it. Either one of them, it doesn't matter. So today I'm gonna drain the trans fluid, I'm gonna drain the oil and check it. Number 2 is check for any kind of metal or anything in your transmission, your oil pan. Cut your oil filter apart, make sure there's no metal shavings. And if there is, and you know you got a problem, and stop. Don't run that engine anymore. Don't run that transmission anymore. Figure out what's going on, or you're going to tear more stuff up, and then it's going to cost you more money in the long run. But I'm going to show you kind of what I use, and I had to kind of change the oil filter today for reasons that we can talk about. But let me turn this around. If you look here, I've got VR1 oil, which is the same stuff we've been running in the car. And Lucas oil stabilizer. Now, guys, some people don't prefer Lucas products. You don't believe in them. That's fine. I understand. Everybody has their own thing. Actually, this is the first time I've ran VR1 in an engine. I usually run Lucas High Zinc Race Oil 2050. I love that stuff, especially in my small blocks. That's all I've ran in the small block that's in my Silver 88. That's probably what's going to stay in it. Maybe I might go to this High Zinc because I can actually find it at O'Reilly's. But this High Zinc VR1 race oil is like $22.50 for 5 quarts at O'Reilly's, guys. You can't beat that. I always run 1 bottle per oil change of Lucas oil stabilizer. It's just something I do. You don't have to believe in that, but my engines have seemed to stay together. And I'm going to try to keep it that way by doing this. Maybe it doesn't do anything, but it just makes me feel better inside, I guess. But if you look here, I normally run a AC Delco filter. But unfortunately, this is the only filter they had in this style box. All the other ones were the new style box that has like Japanese or Chinese writing on them. And something kind of makes me sketchy about those. I need to get one and cut it apart and make sure it's the same design as these. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and put a Mobil 1 on it. Just because I've got a lot of friends that run Mobil 1, and it seems to be like a decent filter, but I usually just try to stick with the AC Delco, and I've always had good luck. So today we're going to change the oil. We're also going to change the trans fluid, and we are going with John Deere low viscosity high guard transmission and hydraulic oil. Now guys, some people are going to say you shouldn't do that. It's the first time I've ever done it, really. and I've looked up reviews, and through my experience as far as equipment goes, hydraulic fluid doesn't seem to break down like transmission fluid does, which really helps keep it alive. So for me, this is the way we're gonna go, and it should be fine. We've ran it. I've talked to other people that ran it and have really good luck. So, but it seems to be a lot of questions I get, and I don't see the comments on it, but people send me personal messages, and I don't know if it's just they don't want to ask that question of, hey, what oil do you run? What filter do you run? You know, don't be scared to ask. Everybody runs different things. I got friends that run Brad Penn and all this other stuff. Like I said, I normally run Lucas High Zinc race oil in my other motor, and it's just what I ran forever. This motor we're trying, this VR1, it seems to be doing fine. That's all Steve runs from Ant Motorsport Solutions. He's kind of the one that led me into it, and I can find it anywhere. So if I have to do an oil change, I can get it right at O'Reilly's, no big deal. So, but that's really the main thing. Like, nobody does maintenance on their engines and they wonder why they blow up. But guys, you got to change the oil a lot. I mean, it's just part of it. We're abusing these motors really bad, especially with turbos and nitrous and blowers. You're abusing that motor. Transmission the same way. You're constantly getting hot, cold. And I mean, most of the time you're getting it real hot. So you got to change the transmission fluid to keep it alive. The other thing would be plugs. Nitrous guys are really good about it because, you know, they fry plugs. But I've noticed a big portion of people do not, turbo people especially, and blower people, they do not change their plugs that often. But that's something we're going to do again. I'm going to have another set of plugs sitting here. I just changed them, but we'll probably go ahead and change them again. If not, we might make a pass down there and change them down there. But it's only got 4 passes on these plugs. So, but guys, maintenance is everything. You want to keep an engine alive, you got to do maintenance on it. If not, then you take a chance on blowing everything up and then having to rebuild, and I don't recommend that. So that's pretty much it today. I got to do some maintenance on this to get it ready, and then we're gonna nut and bolt check it tomorrow, make sure everything's good, and pretty much we'll go from there. So the next video will probably be Friday, I guess, for LS Fest, and we should be down there starting to set up and practice and qualifying, whatever you want to call it, down there. So guys, with that, please do a thumbs up, help me out, like, subscribe. We've hit 1,000. As soon as the shirts come in, we'll do the giveaway. But I really appreciate it. We've stepped up. It means a lot to me. And I want to give a shout out to Tunes on 24s. He always comments, he always watches the videos, and I really appreciate it. He's a big G-body guy too, and it's cool just to see somebody that constantly watches the videos, and maybe I can help him out just in one of the videos. So guys, I appreciate it. Till next time, we'll see you later.